You know, here's something most people don't realize. Johnny Depp once admitted he feels more like himself when he's playing somebody else. That's pretty wild when you think about it, right? But maybe, that's the secret. Maybe that's why his style is so unforgettable. Because let's be honest, who else could walk into a room wearing beat-up boots, like 15 rings, 2 scarves, and even a feather, and somehow make it all feel like high fashion? Hey, how's it going? So glad you're here. If you've ever found yourself wondering what it is about Johnny Depp's style that makes it so, well, Johnny, you're definitely not alone. I mean, we've all seen him on red carpets, on stage, even just walking through an airport, and you can't help but stare. He always looks like a character out of a storybook, like he just stepped out of another world. And yet somehow, it works. Today, we're going to take a closer look at that. We're going to peel back the layers, literally and figuratively, and see what's really behind his unique look. We'll talk about why he dresses the way he does, what it all means, and how you can even bring a little of that energy into your own style. And trust me, by the end, you might just find yourself thinking differently about your own closet. So grab a coffee. Or maybe even a pirate hat if you've got one. Because once you start seeing how much thought and meaning goes into looking this effortlessly rebellious, you'll never see his outfits the same way again. Alright, so let's start from the beginning. Johnny Depp's style didn't just appear out of thin air one day. It really came from his childhood. Growing up in Kentucky, he didn't have a lot of money. He wore whatever he could find, his dad's old jackets, things from thrift shops, hand-me-downs from family. And even now, you can still see that influence in his style today. Nothing he wears looks brand new. Everything has this worn-in, lived-in kind of feel. And that's not by accident. That's on purpose. The first thing you need to understand about his style is that he literally wears his history. Every piece you see him wear has a story. Those old boots he always wears? He's had them for decades. The scarves? Many of them are gifts from friends or keepsakes from his travels. His look isn't just about fashion, it's about memories. The second thing to know is this, he's not afraid to mix the unexpected. And that's kind of the magic of his style. Who else do you know who can wear heavy rockstar rings on one hand and delicate little beaded bracelets on the other? Or throw on a silky scarf over a ripped denim jacket? On paper, it shouldn't work. But on him, it does. And it works because he's not trying to follow any rules. And here's probably the biggest part of it all, he doesn't care what people think. He said before that clothes are just a way to express yourself without even saying a word. And that's what he does. Some days, he feels dark and brooding. Other days, he's more colorful and chaotic. He just wears whatever feels true to who he is at that moment. Now you might be wondering, okay, but what's the deal with all the jewelry? The feathers? The hats? Here's the thing, a lot of those accessories aren't just for looks. Many of them are deeply personal. Like, some of his rings and bracelets were given to him by friends. Some are gifts from fans he's met over the years. Others he picked up during his travels because they reminded him of a place or a person. So really, every time you see him, you're looking at pieces of his life woven together. And honestly, that's kind of beautiful when you think about it. Now let me tell you some little-known style secrets about Johnny that even some hardcore fans don't know. For one, he always makes sure to wear at least one thing that feels a little off. Like mismatched socks or a button left undone. Why? Because to him, perfection is boring. Another cool thing? He chooses his jewelry based on his mood. He said before that some pieces feel heavier when he's sad, so he'll switch to lighter ones when he wants to feel freer. It's like even his accessories help him express what's going on inside. And you'd probably expect him to shop at fancy designer stores, right? But nope. He actually loves thrift shops and flea markets way more. Why? Because everything you find there already has a story. And he likes things that have lived a little before they get to him. Oh, and here's a fun fact you probably didn't see coming: his favorite color? It's not black. It's not even brown. It's actually blue. One stylist who worked with him even joked once, "We don't dress Johnny. Johnny dresses himself, and teaches us something new every time." And honestly, that kind of sums him up perfectly. So how can you channel a little bit of Johnny Depp in your own style? It's actually easier than you think. Next time you're getting dressed, pick something that means something to you. Maybe it's a shirt your dad gave you. Or a bracelet from a trip you'll never forget. Don't be afraid to mix things up a little. Wear something unexpected. And most of all, don't worry what anyone else thinks. Because at the end of the day, your style should tell your story. Not theirs. So now I want to hear from you. What's the most meaningful piece of clothing or jewelry you own? Something you wear because it reminds you of someone you love, or someplace you've been? Let me know down in the comments. I'd really love to hear your stories. And if you enjoyed this little journey into the man behind the myth, then you're going to love our next video, where we break down how Johnny's movie characters actually inspired real-life fashion trends. You can click right here when you're ready to watch that. Oh. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Not just because it helps me, but because it helps more people discover stories like this one. Because in the end, style isn't just about what you wear. It's about who you are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.